Joining us now is Marty Lurie. And Marty, in a word, how would you label the Giants team?
Baseball. This is a baseball team, Dennis. They play good baseball and all the elements of the game. This is a real baseball team.
So we missed our annual rite of passage, I call it, the spring training interview. We sit down, had a couple beers, but there's no way, Marty, that you would have told me after 72 games, the Giants would have the best record in all of baseball.
Absolutely. It's a surprise for everybody. Look, the starting pitching has been fabulous, but they were all on one-year contracts. We didn't know what they were going to look like. The outfield was an untested product. We had veterans coming back, Crawford, Posey, Belt, Cueto, Longoria, who knew what they would do. And it has all come together for the Giants. They are playing great baseball. The veterans are having career years, and all these question marks that we talk about every year. If this happens, if that happens, then they'll be fine. Every question mark has been answered with a yes.
Winning starts at the top with Farhan Zaidi, right? His low-risk gambles has seemingly all paid off. In fact, Marty, the guy's got the Midas touch, right?
Absolutely. You know, he didn't invent the game. The theory that he plays behind has been around for many, many years, but he's found people who can execute this theory. And whether it's Lamont Wade, Steven Duggar getting a chance to play, Jason Vosler, Solano, you name it, he has found people that can execute their system. They throw strikes, they swing at strikes. Dennis, there are so many analytics in baseball now. If you look at all the analytics that are important, fly ball percentage, home runs, things like that, the Giants are in the top 3 or 4 in everything. And that's the story of 2021. This team has learned how to win in 2021. Great pitching, decent bullpen, and they lead the major leagues in home runs. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, exactly. The resurgence of the mainstays. You mentioned it briefly, but Buster, Crawford, and Belt all having monster years. In fact, Marty, I was talking with a buddy the other day. Maybe, perhaps, the best thing that happened to Buster was opting out of last season. Agreed?
Yeah, I agree. And you talk to the players, he really struggled for a couple of years getting his lower part of the body into the swing. He couldn't do it because of the hip injury. He can do that now. Let me tell you, you get 3 Buster, 4 Belt, 5 Crawford, 6 Longoria. It's as good a lineup as anyone in baseball, led by Posey. And they take their strikes. They don't chase. They get that starting pitcher up to 30 pitches in the first inning, and it's led by Posey. He is back to being the kind of hitter he was early in his career, and he's doing it with power. And it's learning that swing, that uppercut swing. Belt's got it. Posey's got it. Brandon Crawford is on a pace to 35 home runs. Unbelievable. Really, it's just unbelievable. You know, veterans come back and they have good years. These guys are having career years at 33, 34 years old.
And their contract years, which is good for them, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Posey's option is going to be picked up. Crawford is not going anywhere. And of course, Cueto more than likely will move on. But for the core guys, Longoria will be here next year. Belt, good question whether he'll be back next year. But for the main guys, Crawford and Posey, they will be here in 2022. I'll guarantee you that.
So the question I get asked most often, Marty, is when will the Giants bubble burst? Will it?
It's not going to burst. I don't think it will. It may recede a little bit. The starting pitching starting to show, a little bit of wear and tear, which is normal this time of year. I think they're a playoff team. I think they want to win the division. You don't want to be a playoff team and get in a one-game playoff with Yu Darvish or Jacob deGrom. So it's important for the Giants to keep the pedal to the metal and try to win this division.
Marty, I started my day this morning with you, Bill Lasky, Kerry Crowley, and Bruce Jenkins, in fact. It's always fun, informative, entertaining. It's so well produced, that pregame show. Who's a producer?
Well, I hate to say it, Dennis, but I've been doing this for about 25 years, and you're looking at the producer. But
no way.
And I've done it myself. Yes, I book the guests. I do everything myself. Rafael Corral has been my in-studio producer for about 15 years. But I put the show together. I get the guests. I do the whole shebang. So I'm glad to have Kerry on with me and Bill on with me. And we love the pregame, because after the pregame, you are ready for Giants baseball. But I appreciate your compliment. Thank you so much.
Excellent show, as always. Marty, the only thing we're missing here is a couple cold ones next time, right?
You got it. And now Tom Tolbert taught me how to pour the beer. So now I do it at an angle. I took a lot of heat for that a couple of years ago.
Great memory. Marty, see you at Oracle Park very soon.
It's good stuff, Dennis. Very good. Thank you.